and we should be pretty close to live. I guess we're going to find out.
We'll help you find the right thing, which is
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't want that. All right. Skip. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm sorry for a bit of a delay. I'm doing this live because there's a lot to talk about and a lot that I want to make sure that I get through. So a lot of you that are going to see this later, please forgive me for any kind of delays or any kind of interruptions. But the most important thing is making sure that you guys understand what's going on. So what's happening here? Well, I'll tell you what. Deal of the days no longer exist. And some of you are going, oh my God, why? Well, because they've come up with something 100% better. And this is called the drop. What is going to happen is starting tomorrow, deal of the days no longer exist. The list that I gave you does not hold any weight any further. And I'll be taking your questions towards the end of it, and ignoring certain people. We always have some fun here. Anyways, seriously, the deals of the day no longer exist. Today was the last day for the deal of the day. If you were able to get it, great, fantastic. I will be able to give you a little bit of a heads up, but going forward, I will not be able to give you the heads up on what is coming out on the drop. There are reasons for that. I'm here to explain what goes on with the drop. If you have questions that I can't answer, they will be, make sure that you put them in the comments. I will also go and get them answered, and they will be down in the comments here so you understand fully what is going on with the drop. Now, the drop is just that, okay? Prices drop. What happens is that a game is going to come out, particularly tomorrow. A new game will be added to the drop, and it will be fixed at a certain price. Each day, that game will drop anywhere from 5 to 2%, say. And it will keep on going down until it reaches $1. Okay? Once it reaches $1, it is pulled off. Here's the hard part about it, okay? And it's a game within buying a game. How lucky do you feel? Do you think you can get it down to $1? Or do you find a price that it's just right at? Because once it sells out, it's gone. It's off the drop. It no longer exists there. So it may start at a certain price, and you may see it at a certain price, but once you buy it at that price and it doesn't sell out, it keeps going lower. But you run the risk as it gets closer and lower to that $1 that it actually it runs out of stock. So while one day you might get it for $49, it may sell out at $35. Was it worth waiting and taking the risk? Or did you want to pay $25 for it and then it runs out and completely disappears off your list there? That's the risk you run. And I'm going to show you some of the graphs here and how this works out. So not only do you have that game coming out tomorrow, but on Friday, but on Saturday there's another game. So you have all these games, and this list will continue to grow. Every day a new game will be added to the drop. What we're going to do to support the drop is once a week I will run through on a Friday where everything is on the list for the drop. So you have an idea where everything is at that time. So as of Friday, what game comes out tomorrow, next Friday, if it's still in stock, you'll know it's still in stock, and you'll know what the price is. And I'll be able to run down the list, and we'll talk a little bit about the games that are going to be on there. Or it could be games, it could be play mats, it could be anything that they want to put on this list. I have a list, but I am only going to give out from the 11th to the 16th, and that's it. These are the few things that I'm going to give you an idea how the drop is going to work. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to take a look and see who is here, as we're trying to make sure that we're very sure what's going on here. Okay, great. I just want to see if there were any questions. Now, you will not the stock. There's no way to tell you how many are in stock and stuff like that. This is some of the risk that you take. They may have 200 of something. They may have 100 of something, but they're not going to put something on there that there's 4 of. Okay, all right. It just doesn't make any sense. They're going to make sure that there's a decent quantity of it, but how fast does it go? Maybe they put Gloomhaven up for a day, and they started at a certain price. You take that, and as you can see, they have it for a deal there where it is $119. When do you pull the trigger on that? That's the key and the trick, and that's some of the things that we're going to try to help you guys with. We're going to have a weekly show where we're going to be talking about how this how this is when we feel that you should pull the trigger, and when maybe you should let it ride and maybe go a little farther. We're going to be talking about the things on the drop, and as the drop gets bigger, the show will get longer, of course, but we will always keep on going until that item reaches $1. There may be something that nobody else wants, but you really want, and you could sit there and watch it go all the way down to $1 and add it to your cart. Now, here's another thing. There are no cancellations and no pre-adjust. Once you put it in your cart, that's the price you're locking it in at, and there's no canceling and pre-adjusting of it. That just isn't going to happen. So if you're thinking, oh well, I'll just put it in my cart and watch it drop and then pay for it, then once you put it in your cart, you've locked the price, and you have to get it at that particular price. So one of the things I want to do is we're going to switch cameras here in a minute, and we were going to play a game today, but I decided that we were not. And what we're going to do is we are going to work on the drop, but I'm going to push all the games off until I'm going to see if I can play something tomorrow. We got Space Corp this weekend. We got Talon this weekend, and we have Titan Dice, as well as a review Titan Dice, Dark Sands, and a few other things that are going to be played. Just to let you know what's going on Rob's Tabletop World. Just got an email from M&M. Looks like it started at a set price. Then each day, yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to take a look at the chart so you understand what's going on here. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I know it. Right in the middle of a live event, right? Oh, excuse me. So here we go, and we're going to take a look at this. And let me just get this into range a little bit better there. Okay, here's an example. Whatever your game is, and whatever the thing that you're really looking for, at $59.95. Okay, the pre-drop special is going to be $53.95. So it's going to come in here at $53.95. So today's selling price, starting on day 1, will be $51.25. On day 2, it's going to go down to $48.56. Now you see how it works with a 5% thing. It's going to keep on going. It doesn't matter what the game is, okay? It's going to keep on dropping until it gets to $1. But you basically see the next, you can get up to 95% off on something, okay? Every day at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, the game will drop another 5%, okay? Let's see. So you can choose to grab the deal today or roll the dice for a better deal tomorrow. But you're playing a game here, and it's a game where it's a lot of fun to try to figure out. But the whole point of it is does it come to a point where you actually, where's the danger zone? Where does it sell out? Okay. All right. This might be a fantastic price at 51.25. And you may let it go a few days, and maybe some people just want the game so badly and say, well, you know something, I don't want it to sell out. I'm never going to get it any lower than this. And they'll lock it in at 45.86. But you decide to risk it, and you get it at 35, and you feel good with what you paid right there at $35. But it keeps going, and maybe it sells out at $26.98. Yeah, you could beat yourself in the head because you paid $35.07, but were you strong enough to do that? Were you thinking that you could do that? So, let's see. Leland asks a question: Can you combo drop items with reserve shipping things? With drop items with the reserve shipping thing. I think you could. I don't see where it's going to be a problem. As long as you pay it. I mean, you can there could be like 5 things in the drop, and you can put 5 things and lock them all in, or maybe you want one thing to hold on to. You can leave those things locked in and then add that other thing. As long as you pay it and go forward, you won't have any issues. We had just got through talking about that. The one thing I want to make sure that you understand is that the deal of the day no longer exists. So again, just looking at this, where do you feel lucky enough that you're going to pull the trigger on this? Okay, and that's the key thing. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of the items that are going to be coming out, and we're just going to switch views here. Back to me. All right, so I'm going to run down the list, and this is the last time I can do this. Maybe there'll be something that we'll be able to give you a heads up. On the once a week show, I'm going to ask Stephen. This is not something I can promise. Maybe there's, when I get the list, I can pull one thing from the list and say, hey, on this day you're going to be interested in this, and this is Rob's pick of the week or bi-weekly. We'll see what we can do. He was nice enough to give these to show you how this is going to start. So the very first game, which starts on 1/11, which is tomorrow, is First Martians. First Martians goes up on the list. On the 12th, Horde Circle, Megalith Heavy War Beast. That will be on the 12th. Now, this is a big beast thing. So this is, you take a miniature like this, and gee, how many of these do they have? And then you're going to watch when it comes out at that set price. How many days are you going to want to go? Is it going to last till next Friday when we do our next show, or is it going to run into that it gets sold out on Monday or Tuesday? The Astral Gatekeeper playmat is on the 13th. Now there's something that I think you can sit there and they may have a couple hundred of those. You want a playmat, but hey, what the heck? Why don't I just wait till this gets low? That might be one of the ones that you take a shot at. And we're going to talk about this list coming up and some of the things that I think that are going to go fast and some of the things that I don't think are going to go fast. On the 14th, Warhammer K Dice Masters campaign box. Now that's an interesting one to me because it's something I kind of wanted and I wasn't sure that I would go get. But now that this is on the drop, this is something I want to keep my eye on and check, because if it gets to that price that I want and I want to throw it in, I'm gonna go get it. On the 15th, Founders of Gloomhaven. Now, here's another one that a game that just came out in August, and here we are at the new year, and it's up on the drop on the 15th. The one on the 16th that I think everybody will really, really like, and I'm telling you right now, is a very good game because I saw it at BGG Con, is Magic the Gathering Heroes of Dominaria. Okay, that game right there is a very, very good game, and I that's one that you know, how much do you think you can gamble away here? How much do you think that you can play the game to the point where it is boy, can I get this for this price? Can I get this for, it'd be kind of interesting to kind of once a week we're going to sit here and we're going to have a little thing that we're going to call high and low, and we're going to say where it's going to sell out, okay? And we're going to try to help you and try to figure it out, and we're going to keep track of our percentages on how right we are and how wrong we are. So we're going to take all the games that come out for the whole week. We're going to look at them and see where they are, and we're going to say, well, do you think this is going to sell out at here or here? And we're going to take everybody's votes and have you email, and we're going to kind of do a poll, and then we're going to give our opinions and let you know what we think is the price that you want to get this thing just right. We may be right, we may be wrong, or we may be right, and that's a good thing. Let me just put the glasses on so I can see here. This is one of the reasons why M&M gets my money over the other store. I have the max discount at the other store. They are always trying to make things better. Yeah, I mean, they really, really do try to. This has been in the works for a while, and I've had to shut up about this, but I've been very excited about it. I would give little hints, but I couldn't give it away. Why? I mean, I have a fantastic sponsor. I mean, the way they take care of us, the way they take care of the channel. When you guys have a problem, you come to me. I make sure that I go to them. They take care of it. They care. The customer service is great. Hey, listen, nobody's perfect. There's gonna be bumps and headaches, and there may be bumps with this, but I assure you, we're in this for the long haul. First of all, this weekly show is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a live event. I may do some taped events eventually, but I want you all to know that every week that we are going to be here, and we are going to support the drop, and we're going to give you the best information that we can, and we're going to make sure that you have everything that you need to make this successful, so it fits your budget. It helps you get things that you want at a particular discount, because overall what's most important is making sure that you can get the games that you want. It's not easy out there. It's tough out there. Some of you aren't getting a paycheck right away. Some of you may just have a small budget for gaming. Well, now this helps your budget, and this is what they do. We're here to help you out. This goes all the way until it either sells out or it's at $1. I don't think you can get much better of a deal than $1 for something that you may really, really want, and it may just help you. Maybe you can get a bunch of them that anywhere from $10 to $15. Okay, so maybe a new game that you would have gone out and paid $70 for, maybe you get 6 games out of it. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it goes. But the thing is, keeping an eye, checking the site every day, once a week, maybe you miss something, we're going to go over it. We're going to make sure that you are prepared going into the next week, ready, and you have your stats and everything that you need, and we're going to give you some estimation. We're even going to have the Undead Viking on with us, who is actually going to help us with this, okay? He doesn't know it yet, but he's in the chat, and he is actually going to be a guest star on once a week, and we're going to talk about the games that are going on the drop and where he thinks, because we like, here's a guy, a very, very, very smart guy, good guy, one of my closest friends, and if I could have made him a brother, I would. I definitely would, because that's the kind of brother I would have wanted my entire life. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to sit down, we're going to have some fun, we're going to go over those lists, and we're going to do. Sometimes they'll be here, sometimes he won't. Who knows? But the thing is, this will be a lot of fun, and hopefully we can help you make smart decisions on your gaming needs. And what more can you ask? So, yeah, you have a company that's trying to do the best for you. You have their our sponsor that's trying to do the best to help you out there. And on top of it, you have a channel here that is dedicated to making sure that we get the message across for our good friends at Miniature Market. And it's not because they sponsor us. It's because I like everything they do. Where do I get all my stuff from? Damn, you are sure right. I get it from Miniature Market. Hey, all the games you're going to see this weekend, we got from Miniature Market. So we're going to take a look here. Hey, Killer Rabbit, Tim Root, Godzilla Lover, of course, the Undead Vikings in here, Chrissy Wright, all the beautiful people of the world showing up here, and it's just great. If you guys have any questions, now's the time to put the questions in. We're going to switch to the other angle there because, again, I want to read off some of the stuff and be able to make sure that you guys understand how this is going to work. I really want, I don't want you guys getting confused, and I don't want you getting tripped up on this. So, here we are. And if you have questions, just put it in the questions section. Oh, customer hold was the thing I was talking about. Looking like you can add drop items and select customer hold. Correct. But once you select customer hold, make sure that you understand that it is locked in. Unfortunately, customer hold isn't something that M&M does for Hawaii and Alaska. Well, I can find out about that, and we can see about that. It may be something that is something that holds them up from doing it. That I'm not too sure about. I will ask about that. How's that? But the main thing is that maybe there's a couple things that you want, okay, and that you can get. I know that getting things to Alaska and Hawaii are pretty difficult, and there are some logistic issues. Hey, Rob, ask Stephen to allow Hawaii, please. I will ask. I cannot guarantee anything, but it will be in the it will be down below in the customer comments. I will make sure you put that down there, and I'll make sure that I get it answered, or somebody from Miniature Market will answer it. All right, so let's learn about the drop a little bit. Each day at 12:01 a.m. they will, now that's Central Time, okay? So that's 11 p.m. East Coast time for you people on the East Coast and wherever else you are, figure it out, but it is Central Standard Time. Make sure you understand that 12:01 Central Standard Time. So tonight at 12:01, First Martians is the first one to hit the list there, okay? The given item will be discounted to the daily drop percentage. The drop percentage in available quantities will vary per item, okay? That's a key word right there I want you to understand. It will vary per item, okay? They may have 200 of something. They may have 100 of something. They may have 50 of something. There's no way of knowing. But the thing is, how do you play it? How do you play the game here? Our current selling price will be reduced by an initial percentage daily with further reduction on each subsequent day while supplies last. Keyword, while supplies last. So, now if you know anything about Miniature Market, you take a game that's normally, $70, okay? It retails for $70. The SRP, their special price, they may have it down to $59.95, or maybe the game sells at $59.95. It's going to have a pre-drop special price. Okay, that's where it's going to sit. Okay, so it's going to, oh, that's what it is. This is what it may sell for. This is the pre-drop special price, and then on day one, it takes its first drop down to $51.25. And then each day, as you can see. Now, some of this may Okay? And if you look here, okay, a daily percentage, it may only drop 2% a day, depending on the item. It may drop 5% depending on the item. It really depends on the item, on what it drops. But each day it will drop. And it will drop to these margins, okay? So let's take a game like First Martians, okay? Where a game that might come out at this exact price. Where do you think a First Martians would end up? And I'm gonna put that out to the crowd there. Where do you think they sell out of this? 45? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think somewhere that you're gonna find a comfort zone is anywhere from 37 to 29. I bet you it sells out. And let's mark that one down. I'm gonna mark that one down. I'm gonna say that it's gonna sell out around $30. It doesn't even make that. So maybe you want to take a chance because on that day you notice that it's still dropping. It's still dropping. Maybe you want to try to get it at $21. Okay. Maybe you want to take a chance and see if it can last 2 weeks, where you can get it at $16. Now you know for a fact that game is not going to make it to $16, and that's quite a risk. That's quite a risk. Okay, at $16.19. Okay, but are you willing? It really depends on your desire to get that game. I really wanted that game, but I can't afford to pay $51. But I can squeeze in anywhere from $35 to $30. So, that is worth it for you to lock that in and make sure that you get it. Oh, let me just bring that up. So as you can see, it just keeps on going until you get down there. How low will it go? Well, that really depends on the people that are buying it, that really want it. Was about to say low 30s, high 20s. See, good call, Dutch Yoda. See, maybe we'll have you come on the show and help us out. Don't forget to thumb this. Oh, yep, there you go. So you're going to get a notification on each drop. So you're also going to get email notifications. But again, in case maybe you're too busy, maybe you're away or something, you're going to want to check us out once a week, as we are going to go over all the stuff that goes on in the drop. So there you go. I think we've said it all. I think we've covered everything. Listen, if you have questions, if you have things that you want answered, the place to put it is below this video. Get the word out to BGG, the forum. They've already started a forum. Let them know that you have video confirmation of what's going on, and they can ask their questions here, and they will be answered promptly by myself, because I am in contact with Steven each and every day. We go over a lot of things, and we take care of a lot of things. We stopped we were supposed to do a game playthrough today so we can go live and make sure you understand. The most important thing is my audience out there, and making sure you understand the drop so you can save the money that you need. Okay? So we can utilize this and make it work for you. And you get the questions, and you get all the answers that you need. So make sure that you put them in the comments. I will forward those on, and within 6 to 12 hours, I will make sure that they are answered promptly by myself. I usually answer email any kind of questions first thing in the morning. So be sure to, Eastern Standard Time, that is. We got to remember how many of you there is. All right, so hey, there you go. Another fantastic, innovative idea from the master of innovation, Miniature Market. This is a game within a game. It's something that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing the video every week and breaking everything down for you. I'm looking forward to giving you guys some tidbits. Whatever they give me, I'm going to pass on to you, the things that they let me do. So we are going to make sure that we have a lot of fun with this. This is fun. This is a game within a game, and you have to think of it. It's a high risk game. How much guts do you have? Do you have the fortitude to go that extra day? Or do you pull the trigger early and just say, I'm just glad I got this and I got it at this price? That's up to you. And we're going to go over it each and every week. We're going to have a great time with it. And I'm going to look forward to this. For all the wonderful staff at Miniature Market, myself, of course, we hope you all have a wonderful evening. And until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.